Did you know that 3 vegetables sitting in your kitchen right now could be silently pushing you toward dialysis, while another 3 could actually help reverse kidney damage and lower dangerous creatinine levels naturally? Right now, as you're listening to this, millions of seniors across America are chopping up what they think are healthy vegetables for dinner. They're following doctors' orders to eat more greens. They're buying organic. They're doing everything right, or so they think. But here's the terrifying truth that the food industry doesn't want you to know. Some of the most kidney-friendly vegetables that health websites recommend could be flooding your system with compounds that overload your kidneys, leach calcium from your bones, and even trigger deadly heart rhythm problems. If your creatinine levels are above 1.2, what I'm about to share could be the difference between keeping your kidneys functioning for decades or being hooked up to a dialysis machine 4 hours at a time, 3 times a week, for the rest of your life. I'm talking about hidden potassium bombs that can spike your levels into the danger zone with just 1 serving. Microscopic crystals that form kidney stones so sharp they're like swallowing glass. And concentrated toxins that accumulate in products you probably have in your pantry right now. But don't panic, because I'm also going to reveal 3 scientifically proven kidney heroes that can actually help repair damage, lower creatinine naturally, and give you back control over your health. The number 1 hero is probably in your spice rack right now, and it's been used as medicine for thousands of years. So if you've been struggling with rising creatinine levels, if you're worried about kidney disease, or if you just want to protect these vital organs that filter your blood 24 hours a day, you need to hear every word of what I'm about to tell you. Let me start with the most shocking villain of all. It's not some exotic superfood or trendy health ingredient. It's the humble potato. Yes, the same potato you've been eating your entire life. The same one that's probably in your kitchen right now. Here's why potatoes have earned the number 1 spot on our danger list. A single medium-sized potato contains between 600 and 900 milligrams of potassium. Now, if you're on a kidney protective diet, your daily potassium limit is around 2,000 milligrams total. That means 1 potato can consume almost half of your entire daily budget in a single serving. Think about that for a second. 1 baked potato with dinner, and you've already used up nearly 50% of what your compromised kidneys can safely handle for the entire day. It's like trying to stay within a tight monthly budget and then spending half of it on the first day. But here's what makes this even more dangerous. Potatoes are everywhere. French fries, mashed potatoes, potato salad, hash browns, chips. They're in soups, casseroles, and side dishes. Most people eat some form of potato multiple times per week without even thinking about it. When your kidneys can't filter potassium efficiently, it builds up in your blood. This condition, called hyperkalemia, isn't just uncomfortable, it's life-threatening. Excess potassium can cause muscle weakness, fatigue, and most dangerously, irregular heart rhythms that can stop your heart completely. This is why renal dietitians don't just suggest limiting potatoes. They require a special preparation method called double boiling. You have to peel the potato, slice it thin, soak it in water for hours, then boil it twice, changing the water between boilings. This process can reduce potassium by 50 to 75%, but it turns a simple vegetable into a time-consuming project. And here's something that will shock you. Even sweet potatoes, often marketed as the healthier alternative, contain similar potassium levels. A medium sweet potato packs about 540 milligrams of potassium. The orange color might make you think it's safer, but your kidneys don't care about color. They only care about mineral content. The second villain might shock you even more. Spinach. Yes, Popeye's favorite superfood, the star of green smoothies and health blogs everywhere. Spinach has been marketed as the ultimate nutritional powerhouse for decades. It's packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. But for anyone with kidney problems, spinach is public enemy number 1, and here's why. A half cup of cooked spinach contains about 420 milligrams of potassium, which is already concerning. But the real danger isn't the potassium this time. It's a compound called oxalates, and when it comes to oxalates, spinach is in a category all by itself. Are you ready for this number? A single half cup of cooked spinach contains 755 milligrams of oxalates. The recommended daily limit for a low oxalate diet is less than 100 milligrams. That means one small serving of spinach delivers up to 15 times the safe daily amount. Oxalates are sharp, crystal-forming compounds that are the primary cause of the most common type of kidney stones. When you consume this much, you're literally flooding your system with the building blocks for stones. It's like swallowing microscopic glass shards that can tear through your delicate kidney tissues. Every major medical organization places spinach at the absolute top of their must-avoid list for anyone with a history of kidney stones. The starting oxalate number is so overwhelmingly high that even cooking methods that reduce oxalates can't bring it down to safe levels. Here's a story that illustrates just how dangerous this can be. I recently spoke with a 68-year-old woman named Margaret who had been drinking green smoothies every morning for 2 years. She was so proud of her healthy lifestyle, adding handfuls of fresh spinach to her morning blend with fruit and yogurt. She thought she was doing everything right. Then came the pain. Excruciating kidney stone pain that sent her to the emergency room at 3 a.m. The doctor found multiple stones, and when they analyzed her diet, the culprit was clear. Those healthy spinach smoothies had been creating a daily oxalate overload that her kidneys simply couldn't handle. Margaret had to undergo painful stone removal procedures and completely overhaul her diet. She told me, "I thought I was being so healthy, but I was actually poisoning myself every single morning." Margaret's story isn't unique. I've spoken with dozens of people who fell into the same trap. They trusted the superfood marketing instead of understanding the specific dangers for their condition. Many of them were spending hundreds of dollars on organic spinach, premium smoothie ingredients, and expensive blenders, all while unknowingly damaging their kidneys with every sip. The third villain is Swiss chard, and this one's particularly sneaky because it looks so beautiful and healthy at the farmer's market with its vibrant rainbow-colored stems. But Swiss chard is what I call a double agent because it attacks your kidneys on two fronts simultaneously. First, the potassium assault. A half cup of cooked Swiss chard contains 483 milligrams of potassium, more than double what's in asparagus. But that's just the opening attack. The second wave is an extremely high concentration of oxalates, those same crystal-forming compounds we just talked about with spinach. Swiss chard delivers both a potassium overload that can affect your heart and an oxalate bomb that promotes kidney stone formation. It's like your kidneys are under siege from two different armies at the same time, one targeting your cardiovascular system, the other targeting your urinary tract. This is why you'll find Swiss chard on virtually every avoid list in official dietary guides for kidney patients. What makes Swiss chard particularly dangerous is how it's often prepared. Many recipes call for sautéing it with salt, garlic, and olive oil, concentrating the minerals even further. Some health food restaurants serve Swiss chard salads with nuts and cheese, adding even more oxalates and phosphorus to an already problematic vegetable. The fourth villain is beets. And this one breaks a lot of hearts because beets have been heavily marketed as a miracle food for blood flow and athletic performance. But if you have kidney disease, that beautiful ruby red glass of beet juice is actually a nutritional Trojan horse. Beets smuggle two dangerous compounds past your defenses. A half cup of cooked beets delivers 266 milligrams of potassium, pushing it into the high potassium category. But the hidden payload is 76 milligrams of oxalates. For anyone on a low oxalate diet, that single serving obliterates nearly 80% of your entire daily safety limit. It creates what doctors call a perfect storm, increasing your risk for both heart complications from potassium overload and painful kidney stones from oxalate accumulation. The National Kidney Foundation draws a hard line here. They recommend that individuals prone to calcium, oxalate, stones strictly limit or avoid beets entirely. The immediate, proven risks simply outweigh any potential benefits. But here's where the marketing gets particularly misleading. Beet juice supplements and powders are even more concentrated and dangerous. A single serving of beet powder can contain 3 to 4 times the oxalate and potassium content of fresh beets. Yet these products are marketed to seniors as heart-healthy superfoods, with no warning about kidney risks. Our fifth villain is asparagus, and this one's particularly frustrating because asparagus has such a healthy reputation. Those slender, vibrant green spears look like the very picture of sophisticated, healthy eating. The myth that asparagus is a low-potassium vegetable has been spread across countless health websites, but the data tells a different story. Just 6 medium spears contain 190 to 200 milligrams of potassium, placing it on the borderline of the high potassium category. For kidneys that are already struggling to filter potassium, this number becomes critical. A buildup of potassium isn't a minor inconvenience. It's a serious medical condition that can lead to muscle weakness and life-threatening heart arrhythmias. If you're going to eat asparagus despite kidney problems, there's one non-negotiable rule. Your absolute safety limit is 6 medium spears. Going beyond that puts you at unnecessary risk. And if you also have gout or high uric acid levels, conditions that often coexist with kidney disease, be extra careful. Asparagus contains moderate levels of purines, which can make gout worse. What's particularly concerning about asparagus is how it's typically served. Restaurant portions often include 10 to 15 spears as a side dish, nearly 3 times the safe limit. Many people don't realize they're consuming dangerous amounts because the portions look so modest compared to other vegetables. Finally, we come to our 6th villain, concentrated tomatoes. This might be the most heartbreaking one because few things feel as comforting as a rich tomato sauce simmering on the stove. It's the heart of so many family meals and beloved recipes. The enemy here isn't the tomato itself, but what happens during processing. To make sauce, manufacturers boil down vast quantities of tomatoes, evaporating all the water but leaving every bit of mineral content behind. The result is a potassium payload of startling intensity. A single cup of average pasta sauce contains between 900 and 1,000 milligrams of potassium. For someone on a 2,000 milligram daily limit, one plate of spaghetti with sauce wipes out nearly half your entire safety budget, forcing you into an impossible corner for the rest of the day. This is why kidney dietitians are unequivocal. While a few slices of fresh tomato are generally fine, all forms of concentrated tomato products, pastes, purees, and commercial sauces are major red flags. The concentration process doesn't just affect potassium, it also concentrates sodium levels dramatically. Many commercial tomato sauces contain 400 to 600 milligrams of sodium per serving, adding another layer of danger for people with kidney disease who need to limit both potassium and sodium. Now, I know what you're thinking. You might be looking at your dinner plate with suspicion, wondering what's left to eat. You might even feel a little scared or overwhelmed. But here's the most important thing I want you to understand. My purpose isn't to create fear. It's to replace fear with knowledge, because knowledge is power. We've walked through the darkness and exposed the hidden enemies. Now it's time to step into the light and meet the heroes. These are 3 scientifically proven kidney cleansing vegetables that can actually help lower creatinine levels naturally and protect your kidney health. Let me introduce you to hero number 3, cauliflower. For years, cauliflower was the bland, overboiled side dish that everyone ignored. But this humble vegetable is having a major comeback, and for people with high creatinine levels, it's nothing short of a superstar. Cauliflower's power comes from its brilliant 2-part strategy. First, it plays excellent defense. It's incredibly low in both potassium and phosphorus, around 88 milligrams of potassium and just 20 milligrams of phosphorus per half cup. This makes cauliflower one of the safest vegetables you can eat. But cauliflower also plays offense. It's packed with a powerful compound called sulforaphane, which activates your body's own anti-inflammatory and detoxification pathways. This means cauliflower doesn't just fill your plate without adding risk. It actively works to shield your kidneys from further damage. Organizations like the National Kidney Foundation champion cauliflower as a cornerstone of kidney-friendly eating. But its true genius lies in solving one of the biggest challenges for people with kidney problems: replacing those dangerous high-potassium potatoes. When steamed and mashed with a little garlic, cauliflower transforms into a creamy, delicious substitute for mashed potatoes. It satisfies that craving for comfort food while being completely risk-free. If you think cauliflower is bland, you've likely only had it boiled into submission. When roasted properly, it develops a deep, nutty sweetness. The key is not to overcook it. Here's the secret technique that professional chefs use. Cut cauliflower into uniform pieces. Toss with olive oil and roast at 425 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes until the edges are golden brown and caramelized. The natural sugars concentrate and create an almost buttery flavor that rivals any potato dish. You can also make cauliflower rice by pulsing raw florets in a food processor until they resemble rice grains, then sautéing them for just 3 to 4 minutes. This creates a fantastic low-potassium base for stir-fries, curries, and grain bowls that would normally use high-potassium ingredients. Our second hero is so fundamental to cooking that we often take it for granted: the humble onion. It's the starting point for countless recipes around the globe. We think of it as a simple flavor builder, but in reality it's potent medicine working quietly to protect your kidneys. Like all our heroes, onions are exceptionally low in the dangerous compounds. Half a cup contains about 126 milligrams of potassium, very low phosphorus, and minimal sodium. But the onion's secret weapon is a powerhouse compound called quercetin. Think of quercetin as your kidney's personal bodyguard. This powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compound patrols your system, neutralizing cell-damaging free radicals and calming the inflammation that contributes to chronic kidney disease. Every time you sauté an onion, you're not just creating an aromatic base for your meal. You're releasing protective medicine. While more human research is needed, numerous laboratory studies have demonstrated quercetin's remarkable ability to shield kidneys from damage and improve function. Here's a cooking secret that professional chefs know: use onions as your primary salt-free flavor foundation. By slowly cooking diced onions in a little healthy oil like extra virgin olive oil, you unlock a deep, savory sweetness that dramatically reduces the need for salt in any dish. The key is patience and low heat. Start with diced onions in a heavy-bottom pan with just enough oil to coat them. Cook them slowly over medium-low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, stirring occasionally until they become golden brown and incredibly sweet. This process, called caramelization, creates hundreds of new flavor compounds that make your food taste rich and satisfying without any added salt or dangerous seasonings. You can make large batches of caramelized onions and store them in the refrigerator for up to a week, or freeze them for up to 3 months. Add them to soups, stews, omelets, and grain dishes for instant flavor enhancement that's completely kidney safe. And what about those tears when you chop onions? Think of them not as an irritation, but as a sign that the onion's powerful protective compounds are being released. Those same sulfur compounds that make you cry are the ones that provide the anti-inflammatory benefits for your kidneys. Now we arrive at our number one kidney cleansing hero, and this one has been revered not just as food, but as medicine for thousands of years across civilizations. Modern science is finally proving what ancient wisdom always knew. The ultimate champion in the fight for kidney health is garlic. Garlic's power is unstoppable because of its dual action. First, it's virtually free of potassium and phosphorus, making it completely safe for kidney patients. But its true power lies in a remarkable sulfur compound that's only formed when garlic is crushed or chopped: allicin. Allicin is a biological powerhouse. It combats inflammation, neutralizes harmful oxidative stress, and helps lower blood pressure and cholesterol, all of which reduces the crushing burden on your kidneys. The evidence for garlic is stronger than anything else I've presented today. We're not talking about 1 or 2 studies. A comprehensive analysis of multiple research studies found that garlic supplementation leads to significant, measurable improvements in key kidney function markers, including creatinine levels. But here's the critical secret that most people don't know. To unlock garlic's healing power, you must follow the 10-minute rule. Allicin isn't present in a whole clove. It's created by an enzyme reaction that happens after you chop or crush the garlic. After you prepare your garlic, you must let it rest on the cutting board for a full 10 minutes before exposing it to heat. This allows the enzymes to produce a stable, potent dose of allicin. Skip this step, and you're missing most of garlic's medicinal benefit. Here's exactly how to do it. Crush or mince your garlic cloves, then spread them out on your cutting board. Set a timer for 10 minutes and continue with other meal preparation. When the timer goes off, then add the garlic to your cooking. This simple step can multiply the therapeutic benefit by as much as 10 times. Some people worry about garlic's strong flavor, but there are ways to make it more mild while preserving the health benefits. Roasting whole garlic cloves makes them sweet and nutty. You can also slice garlic thinly and cook it very gently in olive oil until it just begins to turn golden. This creates garlic oil that's incredibly flavorful but not overpowering. Let me share a powerful story about the healing potential of these kidney heroes. I met a 72-year-old man named Robert whose creatinine levels had been steadily climbing for 3 years. His doctor was starting to discuss dialysis preparations. Robert was terrified. Instead of accepting this fate, Robert decided to take control. He eliminated all the villain vegetables from his diet completely. No more potatoes, spinach, or tomato sauce. Instead, he built his meals around our 3 heroes. Every morning, he would prepare what he called his kidney medicine breakfast: cauliflower hash with slowly sautéed onions and plenty of fresh garlic, prepared with the 10-minute rule. He made this his foundation, eating some variation of these 3 healing foods every single day. Robert also started batch cooking on Sundays, preparing large quantities of caramelized onions, roasted cauliflower, and garlic-infused olive oil. This made it easy.